The afternoon sun had already begun its descent, casting a warm golden glow over the serene suburban neighborhood where the Picard family lived. It was a picture-perfect scene. Children's laughter echoed from backyard barbecues, while the smell of grilled burgers filled the air. For Jean and Luca Picard, it was another peaceful day in their secure Ohio suburban home where life had a comforting rhythm of predictability outside of the spontaneity that comes with raising 3 young children. That tranquility was abruptly shattered when a knock came at their front door. Luca, wiping her hands on a dish towel, briskly jogged over to the front door and opened it. A woman stood on the doorstep, her expression serious and her demeanor businesslike. Yet she was dressed in otherwise normal attire, a red and white striped skirt and a dark green blouse. The woman introduced herself as Lisa, a worker with Child Protective Services, and revealed a badge to prove it. Luca's heart skipped a beat as she struggled to understand why a CPS employee would be standing at her doorstep. They had never had any prior issues or complaints. The woman demanded to inspect the Picard home, as someone had filed a complaint against the parents. The parents allowed Lisa to inspect their home, and after a brief walkthrough, Lisa simply left the residence. She didn't give the Picards any contact details or information as to what would be happening next. The Picards felt the whole situation to be extremely odd, and so they checked their Ring and home surveillance cameras for any clues as to what might have led to this unwanted visitation. What they found was shocking. Footage from their cameras mere minutes before the CPS agent had rang the doorbell shows that same woman, Lisa, talking to their 4-year-old son who was playing in the front yard. The shocking part wasn't the talking, but all the touching. She put her arm around his shoulder, she stroked his hair, she whispered in his ear. When they asked their son what Lisa had said to him, he gave answers that no parent would ever want to hear. She parked her car over there. She has a really pretty car seat for me. When the son refused to walk down the street with Lisa to her car, Lisa came back to the front door and rang the doorbell. The fact that she had a CPS badge proved to the Picards that this was a premeditated attempt at kidnapping. Panic set in as they realized what had just happened. They immediately reported the incident to the Norwood police, who launched an investigation into this so-called Lisa. Norwood detectives were able to identify the woman as Lisa Nacrelli, a 45-year-old woman with 3 previous criminal charges: disorderly conduct 18 years ago, recklessly causing harm while intoxicated 12 years ago, and theft 2 years ago. The police brought Lisa in for questioning. Let's watch.
7 or 15. 15. Can you put me out with 95 as well, please? Lisa, can you turn around for me? You do have a theft warrant, okay? So we're just going to detain you for right now, okay?
A theft warrant?
Yes, ma'am. So go ahead and turn around for me.
Put your hand behind your back, okay?
You can put your palms together for me. There you go. Alrighty. Alright, we're just gonna go in the back door here. He's gonna grab your stuff, okay? Seven or 15. I have one in custody. We're gonna go straight down this hallway to the open door right in front of us. You can have a seat in that chair in the corner for me, please.
Do you have anything in your purse that we should know about? Anything that's illegal? Anything that can blow us up,
No,
stick
sir.
us, shoot us,
No.
stab us? Anything like that?
No, sir.
I seen you had some food items in there. What do you want us to do with those?
I don't know.
Where did you get the food items from?
I got them at Meyer over, I guess in the Oakley Meyer.
Was it Oakley Meyer or was it Kroger just a few minutes ago?
No, it was an Oakley.
Okay. What about the open container in there? We're going to dispose of it.
7 or 12.
Okay. I'm not going to charge you with it, but we're going to dispose of
7
it.
or 12?
Okay?
Well, only transport.
Lisa, do you write with your right hand or your left hand?
My right hand.
Okay, I'm gonna onto your right hand. I'm gonna do onto your right cuff, and your left is gonna get cuffed to the chair. Okay, so go ahead and stand up for me, please. All right, you can sit back down. Give me one sec, okay? I'll be right in here with you. Yes.
Have a little glass of water.
I'll see if I can find them. We might be out of the disposable cups, okay? We're gonna take care of some business first, and then we'll try to get you some water. So, since you're in custody in our police station in an interview room, I'm gonna read you your rights, okay? Just kind of a formality, but we do it whenever we're in this kind of situation. So I will read these out to you verbally. If you could just initial each one that you understand it, then we'll get to the bottom, okay? So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and may be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have one present during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at no cost before any questioning. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of your rights?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to answer any questions?
Yes.
Okay. So I wasn't the reporting officer on what happened yesterday over on our kind of the northwest side of Norwood. I think it was on like Globe Avenue maybe. Did you approach a child? Does this any of this ring a bell?
No.
No? Then have you ever presented that you work for JFS or any kind of like youth services or anything like that?
No.
No? Nothing?
No.
What do you do for work?
I'm a server.
A server?
Yes.
Where at?
I work at Nicola's.
Okay.
No.
Sounds good. I know you verbally told me that you understood your rights, but if you could just sign there, please. And then we'll keep on. Just need my pen back so I can take some notes.
7 or 12.
Thanks.
Well, we're going to be at 1900, so.
Are you still living on Watson or Matson Place?
No, sir, I live, I was gonna be moving tomorrow. It was just kind of a temporary.
Gotcha.
Because I
Okay.
had to leave my apartment.
No problem. Is that an apartment building or a house?
It's a house.
Okay. What's a good phone number for you, Lisa?
5.
So do you have any insight about what happened yesterday? Because the call that we got, the person identified themselves as Lisa, and I believe from what I was told, they were wearing a green shirt and a striped skirt. So nothing that maybe could have been misunderstood or...
No. No.
Were you walking around your neighborhood last night?
Not last night. I went,
Or maybe 2 nights ago?
during the daytime yesterday. I think I walked up to Kroger. Got some food or something, and then I came back, and that's the only time I even left the house.
Did you talk to anybody?
No,
Nothing?
usually I'm walking around with my headphones on.
Okay.
Typically,
Do you ever drive or do you usually
I don't
walk?
have a car.
Okay, sounds good. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go review exactly what was reported
Okay.
and maybe see if we can ring any bells, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. You've had a minute to think about it. Do you remember anything about what this could be about? Let me show you a picture, okay? This is who they told us we need to be looking out for. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
This this was on Rolston Avenue yesterday, reported around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
okay.
Any memory of
Like
this?
I said, I walked to the grocery store and I came back.
Okay, you didn't talk to anybody?
No, I don't
Nothing
talk
at
to
all.
people in this neighborhood.
Why would they have a picture of you with videos of you going into somebody's house,
I don't know.
talking to children?
I have
You
absolutely.
understand this is like kind of serious? We're trying to figure out your side of the story, because right now we just have the one side of the reporting person.
I don't. I do not have any idea what's
Okay.
happening here.
Do you have are you on any prescription drugs or anything like that?
I take antidepressants.
Okay, does that ever affect your memory or
No.
anything? Does that ever affect like your actions? You do things that are out of character when you take those?
No, not at all.
Okay, I saw that you had some drinks in your purse. Are you drinking like daily or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not judging you. I'm just trying to figure out why maybe you don't remember any of this, because we've got video and pictures of
I
you.
don't have blackouts.
No, so no reason yesterday you wouldn't
Absolutely
remember
not.
any of this stuff.
No. I don't understand what is this about?
The general story from what we were told yesterday, and there's some picture and video that support what the reporting person is telling us, is that you presented yourself as some sort of social worker or JFS, which is Jobs and Family Services employee, to a child and asked to inspect a
Why?
home.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Why? I don't understand why anybody
That's
would do that.
what we're trying to figure out
Doesn't
now.
make any sense to no.
I know it doesn't
no.
make much sense to me
It's
either.
not. I didn't do this.
Okay.
I did not do this. I don't understand why this is happening.
Okay. So that we're clear, you're on video and the photo of you doing this stuff. Same clothes, same glasses. I mean, it's pretty clearly you. You know what I'm saying? So you're not ringing any bells, or you're not remembering any of this at all?
No.
Okay.
What would be the point of doing so? This is so bizarre.
Like I said, that's kind of what
I don't
that's why I'm asking you some questions about what's going on, you know what I mean? Do you have any friends or do you know anybody that lives over on Rolston Avenue?
Only the person that, I don't know this area at all.
Okay.
I'm from the west side. I
Gotcha.
just moved
How
over
long ago did you move in over on Hunter?
Maybe a month, 5 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I only know the person that I stay with and my neighbors. That's it.
Okay.
You know?
Who are you staying with right now?
On 3577 Lance Avenue, Forbid Black Dog, tied
How old is he? Is he like a family friend or something, or how'd you end up on Hunter with him?
He's a friend of a friend.
Friend of a
I was
friend.
in a bad situation where I was living and I needed to get out of there. So.
Is he male, white?
Yes.
Do you know his phone number?
Not without my phone.
Okay. Does Matt know people around here? Is he from
He
Norwood?
knows his neighbors.
Okay. Would he ask you to do anything, like talking to people or trying to get into people's houses, anything like that? Okay.
No. Absolutely not.
Is there any sort of like ID badges or anything like that in your purse with your name on it?
I just, a badge?
Yeah, like a little ID card. You know what I mean?
I gave my license, just my license.
Just this. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nothing other than that.
No.
Do you care if I look through your purse?
No.
Okay.
Hey, is this Jeannie?
You wear a tie for work?
Yes.
All right.
I wear 1545 that's Bobby Bridge, just at the river, we do every parking lot.
Did you get these Guinness at Meyer also?
Verify that that occurred.
You did? They're still cold. That's a pretty long way to walk.
That it was your son.
All right.
Okay, that it is okay. Second question, are you guys going to be charged, for that? So you do want charges? Okay. No, absolutely. All right, so, give me just a second, okay?
9:14.
Are you home,
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what is the good fun? So when you put your birthday, we're trying to do the work and so
Here's your phone, Lisa. Do you mind grabbing Matt's number for me, please? Does anybody else live there with you guys?
No.
Just you two? What time did you leave for Kroger yesterday?
sometime in the afternoon.
If you were going to guess, what would you say?
I'm not very good with time. Probably, it was afternoon. I knew it was afternoon.
Okay. Any idea like how long you were there? What time you got home?
Just walked there and came back. So it wasn't a very long excursion, maybe half an hour. It takes a few minutes to walk.
All right. Anything else you want me to know?
No, sir.
Any explanation for any of the stuff that's going on?
I don't. I wish I did. I do not understand.
Okay. We're all done. Pulling that down. Is it confirmed already?
It is confirmed, but you can stand by for a moment because there's going to be additional.
Okay. Copy that.
So. And what would she like done with these items? She produced a receipt of items.
I usually, I just throw the bag away because
Well, let's be honest with you.
no, it was easier for me to just carry in my purse.
You just carry those around with you?
Well, when I go shopping, a lot of times I just, after I leave the store, I put the stuff, because it's just easier for me to carry it all in my purse.
Okay, you know I don't believe you, right? You know I don't believe you. You know I believe that these are stolen items.
No, sir.
Okay?
No, sir.
They got a crash?
I think so. So the disposable, like the food that's going to go bad if it's not in the fridge, Is it okay with you if we just throw it away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, all of it's disposable.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll just sit it out and I'll take care of it. Jimmy's gonna go up to the house. He's going to get an affidavit from the father.
Okay.
Want to pursue charges for enticement.
Sounds good.
And we're gonna go ahead and charge her.
All right.
And then we'll just link Williams to it along with you, obviously, but you can handle it all. So you get what I'm saying. And she had no ID in there. Yeah. Yeah. So you got it.
It's just a continuation of everything.
It's everything. So she didn't have anything that has Lisa on that. Okay. All right.
I got phone number for her girl. The guy that she's staying with,
Okay.
over on Hunter.
Okay, you got his address.
Correct. Yeah, he's living with her, or she's living with him.
Right.
Up here. Over there. Jimmy wants to swing by there and see if he has a business.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to try and get me on the side channel, that'd be good. Are you working anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Where are you working at?
I work downtown at Nicola's.
At what?
It's called Nicola's. It's a restaurant. I just got a job there.
Okay.
Can may I call someone?
Yeah, you can call somebody as soon as we get you down to the Justice Center. We don't have a phone in this room.
Can I,
No, I don't want you using your cell phone right now. Okay?
will I be allowed,
You'll be allowed to make a
to
call.
get a number off
You'll
of
be-
it?
Yeah, we'll let you get a number off of it, and then you can make a phone call to whomever you wish once you're down at the jail, okay?
Would I be able to postpone today?
That's gonna be up to them. That's got nothing to do with us, okay? You're gonna be booked under the warrant that you have for theft.
Where is that? What is,
It's out of Cincinnati District 3, I believe. It's a theft charge.
I was never,
So that's between you and the courts and Cincinnati, okay? So,
do you think I might be able to use the restroom and get a drink of water before you guys take me?
give us a few minutes, we'll try and figure something out, okay?
Okay.
All right? My wife. Yeah. Yeah, also the jug of sweets too.
Just with the assortment of things, I'm trying to be careful.
Oh, yeah, no, I get you. I get you.
I have a pair of regular glasses in my bag.
Oh,
I'd
you
be able
want
to
the
switch-
regular
Can I
ones?
switch them out? Yeah. They're not like a purple, or I might not, maybe I didn't bring them. I thought I did, maybe I didn't.
Yeah, they're not in there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'd be more happy to let you switch them out, but they're not in here.
Yeah, I guess I didn't bring them. warrant. How do you get a warrant for theft?
Well, obviously they identified you and they put a warrant on you. Or maybe you were arrested for the theft and then didn't go back to court on it. And
No.
it turns into a warrant. So there's different ways that you end up with a warrant. So I don't know specifically because it occurred in the jurisdiction of Cincinnati and not Norwood.
Am I going to be spending the night in jail?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I really don't know. I mean, they have their protocols of who they process and release and who they hold. So it's up to them. It's got nothing to do with us.
So I'm
We
going
just-
downtown?
You're going to go to the Justice Center, yeah.
This is so bizarre, officer. I do not understand what's happening. I do not understand this.
Well, he explained to you.
I know, but I don't understand.
I mean, you're clearly in picture and video,
I didn't.
and that's why we asked you: are you on any type of medication? Have you used any type of illegal drugs? Because sometimes when people take those things, they do things and they don't remember.
I
And
understand.
that's why we were asking that. I mean, it's not that we're accusing you of being a druggie or anything. It's just we're trying to make sense of it ourselves, okay? Because we have people that are terrified right now over the incident, okay? And rightfully so. And we're just trying to figure out why it occurred and what was the reason behind it. And that's all we're trying to do.
So when I do,
So if you can remember what happened and explain it to us, maybe it was some kind of misunderstanding. I don't know. But right now, what we have is a criminal offense. Okay? And that's what we're proceeding with. Unless you can add something to it to where we can say, okay, it's not a criminal offense. And that's why we're just asking you to be honest and talk to us. That's it. We don't want to jam somebody up with something that was a misunderstanding of some sort or whatever it may be. But as it is now, with what we have probable cause, and we're going to go forward with the charges.
so
I mean, it's that simple.
when I get to Cincinnati, will they be holding me on the theft warrant or on this?
Probably on this charge. Yeah, the theft is minuscule. But you do have an active warrant for theft. So that's why you're under arrest for that. Okay?
But I'm not under arrest for.
Well, you're going to be. You're going to be. But right now you're under arrest for the warrant. Because we've confirmed that it is an active warrant for you for theft. Okay? And that's why you're in custody. So if you can think of why that this occurred
I wish I knew, sir.
and explain it to us, You know,
I don't,
again, I mean, if you were using something, if you did something, you know, so be it. It would add some clarity to the situation. But if you're saying that you did not take anything, did not do anything, then we have to go off of the evidence that we have.
I don't really remember much about yesterday.
And why don't you remember much about yesterday? There's got to be a reason
Because
why. Okay,
because I was drinking.
you were
I
drinking.
was drinking.
Okay.
And I know I walked up to Kroger and came back to get beer,
Okay.
but that's foggy.
Well, how about this? Okay. How about we start from the beginning, and how about we just be perfectly honest with each other? Okay. All right. You want to try that? You want to try that route?
Sir, I have not been lying to you.
Okay, no, I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying that you have been, okay? All we're wanting to do is try and figure this whole thing out, okay? All right? This isn't the first time that we've all been doing this a long time, okay? So we don't get these kind of reports that often,
It's very bizarre.
okay? And that's why we doing our part to try and investigate it, okay?
Yes, sir.
And like I said, as it stands now, based on everything that we have, the pictures, the video, the statements, okay, we're just trying to figure out why you did what you did. And now you're adding a little clarity to it because you're stating that you were highly intoxicated yesterday, okay? So let's go back and let's start with a clean slate, okay? So when I asked you earlier, were you on anything that could have impaired you in any way, you said no. But clearly alcohol can impair you, all right? And again, I'm not casting any judgment upon you whatsoever, okay? But a lot of times when people have alcoholism and they drink a lot, they do have memory loss,
I
okay?
understand that.
All right? So, again, I don't know you, you don't know me, and I'm not casting any judgment on you, okay? I'm just trying to figure out why this happened, okay? And that could explain a good portion of it, you being highly intoxicated, okay? Again, I'm going to ask you, are you an alcoholic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how much do you consume in a day on average?
Usually at least 4 beers. And the thing is, I do this fasting diet where I don't eat for several hours on end, and then I like to drink when I've got a real empty stomach like that.
Right, so you get a harder hit and effect of the alcohol.
Yeah.
Right, okay. All right,
But
so,
I don't black out, you know?
well, maybe you do and you just don't know it. And
I mean, the
and
beer
now,
I drink is like 4%. I
well,
try to keep
this stuff you got here, okay? What's this stuff?
4.2%.
Okay.
I keep it real low because I know
Yeah, but if you don't have anything in your body to absorb the alcohol, and you're drinking that on an empty stomach, it's going to have more of an effect on
I
you.
just haven't blacked out for years. I quit drinking liquor, and I'm not. I mean, things do get foggy and gray,
Right.
but a blackout, no. Like
But maybe you are, and you just didn't know it.
I don't see how. There's absolutely no motivation for me to do anything so bizarre and creepy.
Well,
I can't explain it,
again-
officer. I'm sorry.
well, no,
can't
I
explain it.
understand.
I'm telling you,
but you,
it's true.
well, and that adds to it, so we can understand a little bit more. You know,
Yes, sir.
when you're telling me that you know you're an alcoholic and you consumed some alcohol yesterday on an empty stomach after fasting, I don't know. Did you eat it all yesterday?
I ate.
Because here, I'm going to tell you what I see. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And again, I'm not trying to be judgmental in any way. Okay. But I'm going to tell you what I see. I see a person that can't afford food, can't afford the alcohol because of the addiction that you have with the alcohol. Okay, and it is an addiction. All right, because it drives you to drink more, right? Your body's craving it, right? All right. So what I see is somebody who is in a very bad spot. okay? Obviously, you had a situation occur somewhere else. You're having to stay at somebody else's house for a short period of time for you to go find another place to live, okay?
Yes.
I don't know how long you've been out of a job until you found this other job, okay? But see, all that plays a part in this. All that has a huge effect, okay? And again, I'm not accusing you. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing for face value, okay? And what I see for face value is, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll admit it, okay? But what I see is somebody who doesn't have the money to go and buy the things that they need in order to survive. And so you go out and you steal what you can. And that's what I think that stuff is. I think you went and stole that stuff, okay? I mean, I can't charge you with it.
I didn't do that, sir.
Well, again, do you see how things...
I did.
And again, I'm not being judgmental of you, okay? I'm not. People do things because they get in situations that they normally are not put in, and they're trying to survive. I understand that.
I mean, that was clearly me in the picture.
Very clearly you. That's why
I could not have done this thing that you're saying that I did. There's no reason why I would ever do this.
I understand, but I think
That's so bizarre.
you may have been in a blacked out moment. You could have very well been in a blacked out moment.
Get there.
And then this may be...
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I've never been in any real trouble.
I mean, did you even remember going into these people's home?
I don't believe I did.
You did.
No.
Now, if that's not proof enough that you were blacked out and doing
Did I see a
things,
video of me being in there?
that we've got it all. We've got it all.
Left his mom at Kroger's.
I mean, that's why it's troubling to us. Okay. I don't know if you ever watched the news or not, but it was just probably a week ago that there was a lady and another gentleman that were just charged with trying to steal a child basically the same way. They portrayed themselves as workers for, child protective services, not in this state, another state. So it does happen. And we take it very
Is that
seriously.
what they think that I was trying to do? That they think that I went in their house and tried to steal their child?
I mean, what would you think? What would you think?
I have no idea. I have no interest in children.
Well,
I don't
that's
have any
fine.
kids. I never wanted any
Well,
kids.
that's fine, but I mean, put yourself in their position.
Yeah.
Here's this woman who comes up and identifies herself as a worker.
And I gave it my real name? I mean, this makes absolutely no sense, officer.
Well, actually, it kind of does make a lot more sense now that we know a little bit of the history.
Is there a trespass by deception?
Don't you think?
You mean about my drinking problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is not like, I've never exhibited any kind of behavior like that in my life.
How can you recall if you're blacking out?
I mean, I don't think I was blacked out. I mean, like I said, the day was a little fuzzy. Maybe I don't have the clearest memory of anything, but to just lose a segment of time, I wasn't like that. I wasn't like that. I mean, that's why I just drink beer now, but I don't want that to happen.
Well, I think obviously it's giving you the same effect as the liquor.
Oh God, I just started this job. Now I'm gonna lose it. I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked. Might be looking at homelessness.
Have you tried to get help? Or have you just tried to handle it on your own?
I've tried AA just didn't really work for me. So now I just convince myself that as long as I stick to 4%, I'll be all right. I can go with everyday life.
I think you just showed yourself that that's not working.
I don't understand why I would do anything like that. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I just could not have done that. I saw my picture. I'm not going to say it's not me, obviously, but this other stuff. I am so confused. I'm so baffled by it. I don't understand.
What happened?
Do you think I could take a little hit of my vape?
Not in here. We don't allow any of that.
I won't be able to get out to get to my job tomorrow, will I?
That's going to be up to them if they process you out or not. It's not up to us.
Personality. Yeah.
For 1912, Guild Urban Redevelopment, traffic light malfunction, looking restaurant signs flashing in all directions, plans to make the view not the light in the phone.
She ran away from home to go buy some chocolate. She's 3 years old.
Those girls are so mean to me when I go to jail. They really goad me.
When was the last time you were in jail?
I got a DUI back in November of 2021. I was in Kentucky. He got it on Saturday, so I was there till Monday.
Yeah, so I asked, you're like,
I guess they get some kind of misconception in their mind that like I'm privileged or something, which is just absolutely not true. And they try to bully me.
Right.
they were sleeping. You know the Jackson house on Philly? You know, they filled spot in clinic, isn't it? They'll do it. I think they have to, right? But donate their body to the science session. They just have to have their parts or their bodies. Oh, they have a whole body in there. Wow. When I started yesterday with the lady, you found it. She's like, here's the bathroom. She's like, there's a lot. She's like, we don't mind going in there. I don't care. And then they had the pull-out trays. But then she's like, there's somebody in this world. And then she told me a story about how like they their body plans. Oh. When I was in college, there was rumors that there was one in like
First November 12th, United States is now late to the plan. Your report, November 12th.
Give me just a few more minutes, okay?
Officer? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Excuse me, officer.
Yes.
I'm ready to tell you the truth.
Okay. All right. Talk. What's going on?
I'm not starting this off to make an excuse for my behavior, just so maybe you have a little bit of frame of reference.
All right.
I was very badly neglected and abused as a child,
Okay.
and I've never really been able to get past it. And I was drunk yesterday, and I was walking home, and I saw a little boy that I felt was not being supervised. He was very young, and he was very close to the street.
Uh-huh.
And in my drunken mind, I thought, this child's not being treated right.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, maybe I'll just try to scare the mom into taking better care of her kids.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened. I would not have done that if I hadn't been drinking.
Okay.
But that's no excuse. And I'm not weird about kids. I'm not attracted to kids. I'm not trying to traffic or steal a kid. Nothing like that. I just living in this neighborhood. I see a lot of children being mistreated, and it kind of hits my trauma.
Uh-huh.
What I did was completely unacceptable. There's absolutely no excuse, and I'm not blaming it on my childhood or the alcohol.
Uh-huh.
What I did was wrong. I
Okay.
feel terrible because parents are so frightened.
So what did you show
I
them?
didn't show her anything.
You just said your name was Lisa and you work for.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what you said exactly?
I really don't.
All right.
I said I think I work for CPS.
Okay.
I think that's what I said.
Are you willing to fill out some paperwork for me, like a written statement?
Yes.
Sign, swear to what you just told me?
Yes.
Okay. You went into their house, correct? How far into their house did you make it? Just to the front?
She took me through their whole house.
You went through the whole house? Okay. You understand why that family kind of feels pretty violated now, right?
I absolutely do.
Okay.
And I deserve to be punished for what I did.
Okay. Give me 1 second, all right? Okay, Lisa, this is called an affidavit. This is like a sworn written statement, basically, okay? I'll take care of everything up top. If you start next to that X I just wrote, and write out your side of the story for me, okay? finished, Lisa? Just gonna have you sign right here where it says complaint and such witness, swearing that everything I wrote is true. Just so that we have the timeline down, can you walk me through everything that happened yesterday? So you left your house, were you actually going to Kroger yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I was going to get more beer.
okay. And what happened after that?
Went there, got it, walking back. And, you know, there was the shooting on Hunter. Somebody died a couple weeks back. And I don't live on that block, but I live right on the next block. So when I walk back, I try to go down Globe. I feel a little safer that way. I kind of go around and skip that block. Hunter. I thought it was on Globe. Obviously, I was not on Globe. I'm not even really familiar with the street you said the house was on.
It's on Rolston. That's where this allegedly occurred.
Okay.
So that's one block past. Like if you're going down, you know where the White Castle is on the corner? You turn there and go down the hill a little bit.
Yeah, so I walked past
You walk
my own
one
street.
pass,
Okay.
one street past your street.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever even been on that street.
Okay.
And I was just walking along and I saw this little boy, like, in my mind, he was not being supervised. And I just projected onto him probably, you know, the way I feel about kids getting neglected and not treated.
Was there just one kid outside, or do you remember seeing a bunch?
Just one
by himself?
By himself, and he was on a bike and he was kind of leaned up against a parked car, and I felt that the child was not being supervised and was very close to the road, and then I did what I did. So stupid.
What did you say to the child? Do you remember?
Nothing in particular. I just talked to him.
Just kind of struck up the conversation.
I just said, "Hi, how you doing, buddy?" or something like that as I was walking by.
Okay.
You know.
How did you end up from talking to the kid to the front door of this house?
I think I probably said.
Sometimes
I think I told him to go get his mom.
And then you followed him to the
She came
to the
out.
house. Okay. Okay. How did the conversation with mom go?
She was very shocked. She didn't understand.
Did she meet you outside, or did
Yes.
she let you inside at
believe-
first?
I believe she first came outside and then we immediately walked into the house.
Okay. So you said, I'm Lisa, I work for CPS. Do you remember what else you said? Like,
It's just there's a routine.
that you just saw the kid on the street, or you just portray it as like a random
Yeah, Yes.
home inspection,
yeah. I said that there was a complaint.
a complaint? Okay. So what happened after you guys got inside then?
She walked me through. And then I left.
Did you say anything to her before you left?
I just said everything looks good.
Mhm.
When I got in there, I said, "What the hell am I doing?" But I didn't know what to do at that point.
Like you were in too deep?
Yeah. What the hell did I just do? Why am I in here? But like I said, by that point, I didn't know what to do. I just... Just a felony?
You have not been charged with any felonies. I think that's on the table, but from what we've talked about, we're gonna maybe talk to the prosecutor and see what they think. But no felonies right now. After you left the house, did you go straight home
Yeah.
over to Hunter?
Yeah.
Did you talk to Matt about any of it?
Oh, no.
Nothing?
No.
Does he have any idea?
Absolutely not.
No involvement in this at all?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No. No. In fact, he wants me to leave because of my drinking problem.
Okay.
But no, he has nothing to do with it. This was a random chance occurrence.
Okay.
Never entered my mind to ever do anything so weird.
Do you remember where you first saw the child in relation to his house?
He
Like
was-
how far away was
He was on his bike, leaning against the parked car that was directly in front of the house.
Okay.
and there was no adult where, and I felt like the child was way too young to be left alone outside on a road. I mean, there might not be a lot of traffic on that road during that time of day, but that was what my crazy, that was what my crazy mind told me. I'm not saying it's right, it's not right, but that was my thought process.
Okay.
This child is being neglected, clearly. He could easily get snatched up or hit by a car even. So then I displayed more crazy behavior. What I should have just done was maybe just knock on the door and say, hey, that's what I should have done.
Yeah. Make sure you're okay.
Just said, hey, the kid's kind of out here real close by the street, and it gave me a bad feeling the first minute I saw it. But I didn't know, hell, you get yourself shot for doing something like that and just get rid.
Well, you could also get yourself shot for pretending to be a government worker and walking through people's houses, though. You know what I mean? You could have called us. You know, we check on kids all the time. It's a pretty common complaint that people have.
Never even occurred to me.
For 911.
What were you intending to do when you got inside the house? You walked through the front door.
I sent you a detail that said
What did you hope was going to happen? Or what you think was going to happen?
I really didn't think about that part. I didn't have any interest in the house. I wasn't trying to scope it out to steal anything or steal any kids. I just more wanted to try to scare the parent
Okay.
into taking better care of her child. That was what was in my mind at that point. I think she's probably a really good mom. I didn't have a game plan, you know. I was pretty intoxicated and just not thinking anything through.
On a scale of like 1 to 10, if 1 is like sober and 10 is like the most drunk that you've ever been in your life, how drunk were you yesterday?
Around 6 or 7.
Okay.
So I used to drink liquor and I blacked out all the time. So I stopped doing that. Now I just try to drink like 4% or less.
Okay.
Because once I start drinking, it's really hard for me to stop. So I just try to drink something that's not very high in ABV.
Sure.
Honestly, I need help, you know. I've got a lot of unprocessed childhood trauma. I've got a really bad drinking problem. And really bad anxiety. It's hard for me to keep jobs. It's hard for me to...
How long have you been working at the restaurant?
I've only been there 3 days.
When's the next day you have to
I'm
work?
supposed to work tomorrow night.
Okay. Tomorrow night?
But I'm probably not going to be able to get there. I'm going to be in jail. There's any way I can get bonded out?
So obviously that call isn't up to me, right? But being that you have the warrant is for a theft under $100 from 2 years ago, and then this additional misdemeanor that we're charging you with from yesterday, I would say there's a good likelihood that they won't hold you. They'll probably give you some sort of bond, but again, that's not up to me. So whether you have to go in front of a judge tomorrow morning or the jail ORs you, I don't know. But in my opinion, it's probably likely that one of those two things will happen rather than them holding you until your trial date at the jail. Does that make sense? But I can't promise anything. Like I said, that's not my call to make.
916, go ahead.
Located near at the entrance. We're 11, so I have to put down. But the caller is not stay on scene.
All right, Elisa.
Just supervision, just step outside for 1 minute and
It's
take
not
a hit of
today.
my
I'm probably just
vape.
from a
I
past.
can't let you ingest anything while you're with me, okay? Sorry. Let me make a copy and we'll be on our way in just a minute, okay?
I'm sorry I lied right to your face.
That's okay.
I guess I wasn't really fooling anybody.
No, you weren't.
Good afternoon. Is it Lisa?
Yes, sir.
Miss Lisa, how do you spell your last or say your last name for me?
Necrelli.
Necrelli? All right, Miss Necrelli. I'm Officer Castanson, from the police department, okay? I'm going to be the officer that's going to give you the ride down to the Hamilton County Justice Center, okay?
Lisa Necrelli was sentenced to 3 years in prison for impersonating an officer.